This is TaskSpoon, the series where I aim to complete the collection log by doing one randomly generated task at a time. After completing the medium tier, I'm ready to attempt some of the longest and hardest challenges yet as I move on to the hard tier. Welcome to Season 3 of TaskSpoon. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 105 of the TaskSpoon series. In the last video, we did like 40 hours of Slayer to get to 93 to unlock Smoke Devils. I got a Smoke Devils task on my very first Slayer task after getting 93, and we ended up getting the Smoke Battle Staff and the Smoke Devil pet on our very first task. So it was very successful. I would recommend going and watching it because it was a crazy episode. And we ended by rolling a task to get a unique from the Wilderness bosses, which I've decided I'm going to go back to Chaos Elemental. That way I am almost guaranteed, well, I am guaranteed to get a dragon pick. It just depends on how long it'll take, but because that's my only unique left, I'm essentially guaranteed to get one, which will be very useful going forward. So I'm going to start the video off by doing my daily Zulrah kills. If you check the bank, I have 52 Zulrah scales. Now, that sounds bad, but that's because most of them are in my blowpipe to begin with. So, yeah, I'm going to do some Zulrah kills, upkeep the scales a little bit, then we'll go out to the Chaos Elemental and hope to get lucky. Last video, I actually forgot to open my Brimstone keys, so I just did it right now, and I put it in the last video, and we actually got a Dust Mystic hat. So, there's another cool thing that happened last video, even though it just happened right now. Nice! I will be placing that in my magic wardrobe where it will probably stay forever because I have no use for it. And gonna go do my Zulrah kills. Probably not gonna show you much unless anything interesting happens. But yeah, gonna go get 2,000 Zulrah scales and then we will finally go to the Wilderness. 122 PB, let's go. That's 8 seconds faster. As I was killing that, I was like, this is really fast, isn't it? And then, sure enough, it was. Alright, well, this is going to be enough Zulrah for me today. A nice 2,000 scales there. Got that PB, which was nice. And let's go kill some Chaos Ellie. So, I'm going to be using the same setup as before with the full Verax. Few minor upgrades in the Explorer's Ring and Rada's Blessing 4 instead of 3. And that's pretty much it. Oh, I also have super combats instead of super attack and super strength, which is not particularly useful because I'm flinching it most of the time, but it is useful here and there, and if I try and get PK'd, I'll have better defense. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go. Unfortunately, it's kind of like midday on the weekend right now, so I'm anticipating there being a lot of people there, both just killing the boss themselves and PKing, so hopefully I don't die. Well, that's cringe. I had it at like 30 health and some guy just came up and hit it once and then ran away, so now I'm not going to get loot. I hate people. There is so many people out here today. I've seen like 8 different people just try and hop to a world to try and find one to kill the boss. I saw a couple PKers. One tried to kill me but didn't really reach me. I just ran away because I saw him early. And the other one, I just said, hey, can you stop? And he did, which was nice of him. But I'm not looking forward to this. I might need to wait until later in the evening. Oh, please. Hit me, Chaos. No! Why? Well, I take it back. Apparently, at some point, I took off my Protect from item, even though it's on my Quick Prayers. So I don't know how that happened. Fortunately, Verax Helm is one of the items I have a duplicate for. But there are items that I don't. So that could have been really bad. But whatever. Okay, well, that doesn't really make sense, because in my current setup, if I don't have Protect item enabled, I lose my flail. But I lost my helmet? Maybe it's on the ground? I'm gonna go look. Alright, well, it's not on the ground, so I don't know what happened. Either way, I guess it doesn't really matter. I just have to make sure I'm a bit more careful with my protect item prayer, as next time it could be really bad. And no offense to those guys, but are you really 3-man PKing for 46k risk? Like, you're getting like a 14k split. I promise there are more productive and more fun things to do with your time. Just try something else. Yes! Let's go! Get me out of here, dude. Let's go, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit grumpy after dying there, losing my Verax helm for seemingly no reason. I actually tried to go back and see when the last time I looked at my prayer book was, and I thought I had my protect item on, so I have no idea what happened, but that completely turned everything around. 71 kills, so way under the drop rate, and not to mention, we are green logged on Chaos Elemental on 71 kills. So that's pretty sick. Oh, and I get to do the thing, remove all my rune pickaxes, put in the dragon one next to the infernal axe. Oh, it looks so good. Alright, well, that task was a smashing success. I don't know what that was. Never mind. Okay, let's go roll a new task. Okay, back on the spreadsheet, get this task off of my screen. There is still one more Wildy boss task on the hard tier, as well as both of the unique shards from Scorpia and Chaos Fanatic. All 4 of those tasks I still haven't done, so there's still a little bit more wilderness stuff to do, but hopefully I don't get it now, because like I just said, it is a little busy out there, and I'd rather not. So let's see what we're doing. Demonic Gorillas, okay. This is the 4th and final Demonic Gorillas task on the hard tier of the spreadsheet. And you may be looking at the screen and wondering, why do you already have 4 uniques if this is the 4th task? If you missed it, I decided to connect my Demonic Gorilla task with my crafting training. So for every Demonic Gorilla task, I tried to make the next level of Zenyte jewelry. So what we need to do for this task is go and kill demonics to get a Zenyte. Regardless of if we get either of these two, those don't actually matter. We just need to go and get a Zenyte shard, and then train my crafting up high enough that I can +5 boost for the next Zenyte piece of jewelry, which means I'm going to need to get to 90 crafting in order to +5 to make the bracelet. So step 1, I need to go kill demonics to get a Zenyte shard. Step 2, I need to buy an onyx still, actually. And then step 3, I need to do enough crafting training to get to 90 crafting. Now, that sounds like a lot. Fortunately for me, I do have a lot of giant seaweed and some buckets of sand, thanks to Bart delivering those automatically. I have a lot of battle staves, 2,600 battle staves. I need to go and make some orbs, but that should be no problem. I got lots of unpowered orbs there, and I got a bunch of flax. Actually, I have a lot of crafting materials. So this might take a while, but it shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. The only hard part is going to be actually getting the Zenyte shard. Hopefully I get a little bit lucky on that one, because that could take a while. Recently we've had a few people in the clan go like 1,300 demonics dry, so hopefully that's not me. I just went back and looked at the clip where I got the dragon pickaxe drop, and I noticed they're only 1.6 mil now. I remember watching Bodhi's videos of him farming Venenatis and getting a bunch of D-pick drops, and they were like 7-8 mil each. Man, those have just tanked. I mean, it's just as valuable to me, but yeah, that's crazy. Yo, ballista limbs, what the heck? That's one of the things I need, cool. I just realized it's a little bit more disappointing now that I didn't get the occult necklace from the last Thermi task, considering I would have had the tormented bracelet and the occult necklace, like sort of back to back, and those are 2 massive mage upgrades. But I mean, I'm still getting a tormented bracelet, which is huge, and now I've got the other item, or one of the other items that I actually needed for the log. So yeah, it's still pretty cool, but would have been even cooler to have an occult with it. By the way, in case you missed it, if you already have the full outfit pieces and you go and do a random event to get another one, they give you experience lamps now. So yeah, do those, free Herblore XP. Okay. Are you kidding? Just give me a Zenyte shard, game. What the heck? So with that monkey tail, we've actually green logged the Gluff's experiments on 728 KC, which is kind of crazy considering the monkey tail and the heavy frame are both 1 in 1500. I've got 2 of those and 1 of those, and then I believe it's light frame 1 in 750, limbs and spring 1 in 500, and then the Zenite's 1 in 300. So we're actually dry on the Zenite, surprisingly, but can't really complain about the rest of the log. And that means I can make a heavy ballista. I don't know if I would ever use it anyway, but I'm gonna do it. Cool! So I've gone ahead and marked off one of the demonic gorilla tasks on the elite tier, and the other one will just be for making the torture. So after this task, hopefully, eventually on my Slayer grinds, I'll get another Zenite passively, and then when we roll that other task, it'll just be to make the torture, so it'll essentially just be a crafting training task, kind of similar to what this one was, but yeah, hopefully we get this Zenite soon. So far in the task, I've killed 150 demonics, so not too bad. I somehow got the monkey tail and the monkey spring before another Zenite, though, so that's sad. Ooh, an elite clue. And here's your Tears of Guthix reminder. Go do your Tears of Guthix. You're welcome. Okay, update for you guys. I am at 216 demonic kills for this task, and my brain hurts. Something about demonics, I don't know what it is, it's just so draining. So I'm going to go and start my crafting training. I'm going to go and power up some orbs. I don't know what orbs I'm going to do, either fire or air, I haven't decided yet. But either way, just anything mindless that I can do to give my brain a break from the demonics. I don't know why, for some reason, I had it in my brain that I couldn't do the crafting training until I got the Zenite. I don't know why. I guess because the Zenite's like RNG, so I wanted to get it done first. But yeah, I'm just going to do the orb powering up now. I've been doing this for a couple hours now. Just watching some, eating dinner. You know how it is. So yeah, going to do some of this. We'll go back to the gorillas soon. I needed a break. Okay, so I charged a bunch of fire orbs. I got about 2,100 of them. That along with these 800 earth orbs that I have from something. I don't actually remember. This should be enough. I'll go through these battle staves and see how far I get. And the first of 3 crafting levels on this task, 88 crafting. Well, hello gamers. It is the next morning, and I actually managed to finish making my battle staves last night, and I started alching them simply because I didn't like having 27 mil worth of battle staves just sitting there. I'd rather have the coins, so I started doing that while I was watching a movie, and then I went to bed. So, today, I'm going to do a farm run, I'm going to do some Zulrah kills, and I think I'm just going to go back to the demonics first. I'm feeling re-energized and reinvigorated. So, that's my plan. I didn't actually get that far. I thought the battle staves would get me farther, but I'm still 300k until 89, and then I need another full level. So I think I'm actually going to have to dip into the flax eventually. I do have some molten glass and a bunch of sand and seaweed, as I mentioned before. So I think I have enough crafting experience banked, but it's just going to take a little bit longer than I thought. Either way, yeah, I'm going to finish alching these, do a farm run, do some Zulrah kills, and go back to the demonics. Okay, the last of the battle staves have been alked, and I am rich. 53 mil, and that's after buying more bank slots for 10 mil. So, yeah, that feels good. What was I doing? Farm run. Zulrah, yes. I was really hoping that I would have rolled the last Zulrah task to get an Onyx before rolling this Demonics task. That way I would just sort of have an Onyx sitting around to use. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but I guess I still could get it from my daily Zulrah kills, which would be very funny. And I think I'm going to swap to the Trident of the Swamp. I think the extra damage is going to make the kills a little faster, and you don't use that many charges, and I can just get a few more scales during my daily kills if I want. So yeah, there you go, there's your update. Okay, that was a little risky. Okay, daily Zulrah kills done. Definitely didn't almost die twice. No one needs to talk about that. And what are we doing? Demonics. By the way, I made all of my Renar weeds into prayer potions, and this is all I have left, 129. And doing these demonics uses a lot of prayer potions. So hopefully I don't go too dry, because the prayer potion struggle is real. And with this trip done, we've officially passed 300 kills on this task. We are at almost exactly 900 total. So statistically, on my very next demonic kill, I should get a Zenite. Right? I wanted to wind down this evening by blowing some glass, but I remembered I didn't have any glass, so I went to make it, and then I remembered I needed sand. So instead, I spent 3 hours mining 10,000 buckets of sand. So cool, now I have the glass to make tomorrow, but I am going to bed. Well, hello gamers. It is the next day, and I'm doing some super glass making here at Ferox. I don't think my brain is on enough yet to go and kill demonics, but we will get there soon. And just a reminder, if you're making glass, do it at Ferox with a looting bag, because it makes things way easier. You're welcome. And another reminder, go and press the like button. I'm waiting. Thank you. The main reason that I actually wanted to do some glass making, and it's the same reason that I was going to last night before I realized I still needed the sand, I'd like to do some glass blowing while I do some editing. I need to edit a previous episode, and blowing glass is nice and AFK, and still working towards my current tasks. So yeah, that's my plan. Okay, a couple hours of super glass making later, and I have 20,000 molten glass to go and blow while I edit. This should last me a while. It says 1 million crafting XP. So that's a lot, and I think it's actually more than that, because I'm going to make light bulbs instead of the unpowered orbs that I was making before, which are like way more experience. So this should be more than enough to get me to 90, as well as have some banked for the next task. So that's great. So yeah, these light bulbs are actually 70 experience per, which means that this molten glass is 1.4 million crafting XP just sitting there waiting for me to use, which is excellent. And it'll take me about 47 seconds per inventory, which means that I get to do 47 seconds of editing in between each inventory, which is nice for me. So I'm going to do this for a while. And the second crafting level of the video, 89 crafting. One more to go. What the heck? There's no way. Just give me a Zenite. My demonic gorillas log makes no sense. I have 2 1 in 1500 heavy frames, 2 1 in 1500 monkey tails in 976 kills, only 1 limbs, which is 1 in 500, and only 2 Zenites, which are 1 in 300? What is going on here? I can't even make a second ballista, I only have 1 limbs. By the way, we are at 976 total KC, meaning we are at 398 KC for this task alone, so hopefully we get the Zenite soon. Well, I had this really cool thing planned where I was going to get my next hunter level at the same time I got this crafting level, but I forgot that making the birdhouses gives you crafting experience. So here we are, 90 crafting! I did it! And the main reason I was going to tie those two together is because I can now make redwood birdhouses, which is the thing that my next hunter level was going to let me use. So it was going to be really cool, but instead I just sort of ruined it. Either way, we did it. We did the crafting part. Now I need to get the Zenite. But here is that hunter level 89 hunter. I can now use redwood birdhouse traps, which is amazing, and I can catch lucky implings, which is also very cool. The amount of times I would see lucky implings while I was doing Puro for either beginner or medium clues, and I couldn't catch them, and I was very sad. Now I can catch them. So now that I have 90 crafting, there's nothing left for me to do but get this stupid Zenite shard. Like I mentioned before, we are at like 450-ish kills on the task, and yeah, I have nothing left to stall with. I don't need to do any more training. I don't need to get any more resources. I just need to kill the monkeys. Ooh, an elite clue. I love that I've got 2 1 in 500 elite clues, but 0 1 in 300 Zenite shards. Very cool game. But I do have one of each of these 4 clues, so I'm going to take a clue break and probably go and kill some Zulrah because I'm running low on scales and my blowpipe's almost out. and then we will get back to the monkeys. I'm just happy to go and do something else. I said it before and I'll say it again. Demonic gorillas, for some reason, are just very mentally draining for me. You just have to pay attention the whole time. You can't AFK for, like, any reason. But, yeah, gonna go do some clues. And there is all the clues done. Time for some Zulrah. Okay, Zulrah kills are done. No PPs and no uniques, anything like that. But I got 2,800 scales that are going straight into the blowpipe. Back up to 6.4k. Feeling good about that. And we are back at the monkeys. Oh, ballista limbs! I can make another ballista! Great! Back to back with the light frame! Okay. What about a Zenite, perhaps? Also, no one look at the fact that I forgot to swap back to the normal spellbook for this trip. Just pretend. Look, it's the normal spellbook. Haha. So, fun fact for you here, if you take the high alch value of all the individual pieces, it adds up to 120k, but if you combine them into the actual ballista, it alchs for 570k. So just getting that ballista limbs drop was actually worth a lot of money for me if I even just want to alch this. I'm not going to right now because I don't need the money. But yeah, there you go. Fun fact for you. Are you kidding me? This is impossible. What? Why? So I needed to do some resupplying, and as I was going through my bank making potions and whatnot, I realized that I just sort of had all of the supplies to get to 88 herblore, so I went ahead and did that, and now my boost will last longer when I want to make my super combats, as well as I can actually botanical pie boost to make super anti-fires, which is very useful. So cool. So we are at 1,190 KC, meaning we have passed 600 kills for this task, 2 times the drop rate, and all we have to show for it is 3 monkey tails. Oh well. Yes! Finally, get me out of here. I'm finally free of the stupid monkeys. I think that was on kill number 1200 exactly. Oh, 1201. My rune light tracker's off. Oh well. Cool. Nice. I need to go buy an onyx. Fortunately for me, I have 82,000 chaos runes to sell, as well as having 24,000 tockle already from the Jad task on my Slayer grind. So yeah, here we go. Got to get 260,000 tockle. The tockle has been obtained, and therefore the Zenite acquired, or rather the Onyx acquired. Cut that, and I need to go to Apatol. Go over to the fire and make one of these things. Fuse them together. Beautiful. Cut that bad boy. And I need to get a +5 crafting boost. I'm not gonna lie, a small part of me seriously considering just getting one more crafting level. It would take me about 4.5 to 5 hours of glass blowing, but I already have all the glass and it's just sitting right there and would make the boost easier. But I'm going to try and get the boost first. I think if I don't get it in these 24 spices, then I might just go for another level. Because if you didn't know, there is a mushroom pie that is a guaranteed +4 crafting boost. So if I did get one more level, then I wouldn't have to worry about stew boosting, which, yeah, that can be kind of annoying. So I'm going to try first and see how it goes. Yo, I got the boost, but I think I did it too late, and I don't know if I'm going to get to the furnace in time, and I'm going to be really sad. Never mind. Zenite bracelet acquired. All that's left is to enchant it. Oh, it's so beautiful. So, for those that are unaware, the Tormented Bracelet is the best in slot magic glove slot item in the game. It has a +5% magic damage, which is huge compared to the Barrow's gloves that I was using before. Barrow's gloves has more defense, but the Tormented Bracelet actually has a prayer bonus, +2 prayer, which is pretty good, and higher magic attack and magic damage %. So it's just better in like every single way, and I love it. Man, the mage setup is looking so nice now, with the Eternal Boots, the Tormented Bracelet. We're so close to having an Occult too. Hopefully I can get another Slayer task eventually, and I can go back to Smoke Devils and hopefully get one of those. I am sort of missing the Seer's Ring still from DKs, but you know what? That's fine. It looks so good. And I can add that to my Zulrah setup, make the Zulrah kills faster. This is going to be great. Sorry, I need to move on. And speaking of moving on, let's go get a new task. Alright, back on the spreadsheet, we can complete the task. And I just realized how far in the video we are already, so probably going to have to save this task for next video, but let's see what we're doing. One unique champion scroll. Interesting, okay. As far as champion scrolls go, I have 3 of them, Giant Goblin and Hobgoblin, and I really don't know what the next easiest to get would be, so I think I'll have a think about that in between episodes and come back next time with my decision, but yeah, gonna have to save that for the next video. But that's gonna have to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you made it this far, don't forget to go and leave the video a like, as that's the best way to help it grow in the YouTube algorithm, and while you're down there, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We just recently hit 4,000 subscribers, and that's pretty cool. Thank you! And with all that being said, that's going to be it from me. I will see you in the next video. And a big thank you to all of my channel members, but a special thank you to my Tier 3 Big Spoon channel members, Alchemist BTW, Jack Staumer, Zach Martin, Luxitaire, Tony Adkins, and Dolph. Thank you guys, and thank you everyone on screen here for the support.